G'day, it's Rusty from Rusty's Outback Adventures, and in today's video we're pretty excited really. We're heading off on a 2-week trip. We're going from Perth. First night we're going to stay at Wooramel Riverside station, which is just north of the Shark Bay turnoff. From there we're going up to Bullara station stay, which is south of Exmouth, then on to Onslow, up to Carnarvon, and then back to Carnarvon for a couple of nights, and then we're back to Perth. So all in all about 2 weeks. And this will make it a really long video, so I'm actually going to break it up, and we'll just show you an overview of the different places that we go to and have a separate video for each of those. So yeah, come and join us on this trip. I'm looking forward to it. Along the way, Mrs. Rusty's coming, and also the sister-in-law and her husband. So we've got the camper trailers packed. I'll just give you a quick look at what we've got set up here. So as you can see, the Navara's loaded. We've got the gear on the roof. Not sure we'll need the max tracks, but we're taking them. The gazebo, the fridge and the freezer here, solar panel, the usual sort of stuff. Around the other side here, you've seen the tool chest before, that's full. Lights and camping lights. We've got some dive gear, we've got food, and we've got the fishing rods up here and the tube up here, so we're not quite sure what we're going to expect, but we're going to take everything. The camper trailer, we've got the 2 spares on the front, jerry's of water, so battery system there, and yeah, we're all ready to go. So we're about to hit the road, and yeah, I said we're about 2,500 k's round trip, and certainly looking forward to it. So hope you can stick around and enjoy the adventure with us. We're out of Perth heading north, and we've got a bit of fog, so not a lot of visibility at the moment. This is the Tonkin Highway, Brand Highway off-ramp here, and we'll be heading north. We're just south of Crotty, and looks like a mineral sands type mine here. We're just coming into Geraldton. We're about just 8 or 10 k's out of town at the moment, and you'll see on the left, first sign of the water, port's up here, and we'll go through Geraldton and don't go through the middle of town, turn off, follow the #1 highway north, and we're going to stop up the road at the 440 Roadhouse, get some fuel. It's called 440 because it's happened to be 440 k's north of Perth. So this main intersection here, we turn right, takes us along the Northern Highway, and sort of cuts out going through Geraldton itself. Northwest Coastal Highway it's called. Just coming up to the 440 Roadhouse now, so good time to stop and get some fuel. Diesel's 149.7, but being a Puma you get 4 cents off of your RAC card, so we'll get it a little bit cheaper. Oh, join the queue.
I'll just go there.
Okay, well the diesel at the front over here, I know where this one is, so we'll just duck around the front here. Diesel's on this side. Well, it's lunch on day one. Here we are at the 440, we've got fuel, just having a bite to eat. So here we are parked here, just on the side of the roadhouse. Yeah, be on the road again soon. This is the small town of Banu, probably best known for its wheat and grain, I suppose, because that's all there is, just a couple of silos here. And we've got probably another 170 k's to go to get to Wooramel, which is our overnight stop, and yeah, looking forward to that one. turn off to Calbarry's just up here on the left, and further on, I'll show you on the right hand side, there's an overnight campsite called Galena Bridge on the Murchison River. We've had a lot of rain up here recently, so I'm sure the river's got a bit of water in it. Okay, just up here on the right is the turn off to Galena Bridge, and if we can work this right, we'll actually be able to see where the campground is as we go over the Murchison River. So we're going to see how it works. But, that's the road in, and the campsite's actually down that road on the right. You know, I'm not going to see it, but we go over the bridge here. This is the Murchison River, and if we hang the camera out the window, Mrs. Rusty,
which one?
Hang it that way. Hang it there, all right? And out there on the right, as you can see there, that's the northern side of the river. There's a campground down there, and the same on the other side. It's quite a nice spot, actually. Some wildflowers out there on the right hand side, and some out here out that window. A white one. I'm not quite sure what it's called, but it's a white flower. Oh, looks like Mr. Plot's got someone for doing the wrong thing, maybe going a bit too quick. Oh well. Don't speed, you won't get caught. Coming up to the turn off to Shark Bay or Monkey Mire, and it's on the right hand side here is the Overlander Roadhouse. Overlander Roadhouse, diesel's 154.9 and unleaded's 160 a litre. There's a little place called Gladstone on the left hand side here. It's a campsite on a station, and every time we go past, we always say, oh, I must go in and have a look. We've never been in there, and we won't get there this trip, but I believe it's not a bad little spot. Sign says camping, it's got dump point for caravans, and it's got toilet. Can you see that?
No.
Okay, this is the Wooramel Riverside Retreat, that's what it's called. Alright, so the road's a bit chewed up. I'd say they've had a bit of rain here, so I think we might be going slow. Oh, no, leave it on, leave it on.
I am. Going to.
Good, okay. So coming through here a bit quietly because it's pretty wet.
Dear me.
So it's keep left, and they've graded the road, so yeah, it's looking a bit chewed up there. Alright, so now it's just a matter of following the map they gave us, and well, it's one way. Oh, well, we'll go around this way. That's what it looks like, I think. Yeah, one way, so we go around here, follow the map, gone past those forequarter, which we did.
Oh, this looks nice. There's the river there.
And the case of don't run over anyone else, but it's pretty packed. Well, we finally set up camp here at the Wooramel Riverside Retreat, and as you can see, we're right down the back end. Set up here, ours and the sister-in-law and hubby, and over here is the river, which is the Wooramel River. But as you can see, the Wooramel River is actually dry, which surprises me really, because we've been having some rain, a winter rain up this area in the Murchison. But yeah, there's the Wooramel River with not a lot of water in it. It's sunrise on day 2, and I'm standing in the middle of the Wooramel River. The Wooramel River is an upside down river, so the water must be underneath at a depth, and apparently a couple of times a year during the winter the water does flow on the surface. But beautiful morning here, and just going for a quick walk around to have a look at the you can hear highway in the background. We're not that far off the main road, and Yeah, hanging out for a cup of tea. It's nearly 7 o'clock. Just pulling out from Wooramel Riverside retreat, and it's about, I don't know, it's time, 9:45, bit of a lazy morning, and we're heading towards Carnarvon. Ultimately our destination today will be Bullara station stay, but we need to do a bit of shopping in Carnarvon because our travelling companions have got a dead battery on their camper trailer. So, alright, let's hit the road. Well, we're just coming into Carnarvon. We've clocked up just over 900 k since we left Perth. Normally you'd turn right if you want to go north, but we're going to go left into town. We've got a quick bit of shopping to do. Turn off on the right here is to Gascoyne Junction and Mount Augustus, and also up to the Kennedy Ranges. The sign there said Exmouth 351. Where we're going at Bullara is about 90 k's south of Exmouth, so we've got another 260 to go. Alright, leisurely afternoon drive. And we're just coming up to the this is the bridge over the Gascoyne River, and we'll see if it's flowing. Hang out the window. Yeah, this is quite a wide river. Just up here on the left is the Manilia River rest stop, which is a campsite. There's also shade trees and a toilet block. Further up, K or so on the right, past the river, is the Manilia Roadhouse, and then just past that is the turn left where you go up to Exmouth, and that's the way we'll be taking on our way to Bullara station stay. And this is the turn off to Exmouth. Also Coral Bay's off this road as well. And as I said before, Bullara station stays about 90 k's south of Exmouth, so we've got 217 to go, less the 90, so we're looking at about another 130 k's. This is the Manilia Exmouth Road. That was a bit of a trap because on the Exmouth Road that we're on now, there's besides Coral Bay, there's also another camping site called Wooramel Station, and you camp right on the beach. The fishing's supposed to be really good, boating, not a lot of other things to do, and that was the turn off just on the left there, so it's 34 k's into the beach there. This turn off up here is for Coral Bay, and it has to be one of the prettiest places. The Ningaloo Reef is really close, and the Ningaloo Reef runs from Coral Bay all the way up to Exmouth. Yeah, really nice place. Would be one of my favourite spots to come up here if you're into fishing and diving. Yeah, 12 k's in on the left. Definitely worth looking out. Definitely worth coming to have a look at if you like the water sports and water activities. So whale sharks, we've even swum with them up here as well. So great place to holiday.
Oh, there's a sign up here. Oh, there's a sign up here.
Oh, we just turned onto Burkett Road, which is the road across goes to Northwest Coastal Highway, and Bullara station stays just up the road here, just a kilometre. We've reached our destination, and the sign says sorry, no vacancies, so we've booked in, which is really cool. So this is Bullara station stay on Bullara station. Quarry's over here. Right, we might go and wander over there and talk to these people. so we'll just move up here.
In the shade, that's a good idea.
Well, we're set up here at Bullara Station Stay, and we've got two sites, W3 and W4. Nice shady tree there, which we're going to use to our advantage. And yeah, we're right on the edge of the this camping area. There's quite a few people here. A quick spin around. Doesn't really give you a good insight into how many people are here, but and tonight they've got a burger night, so we're booked in for that, so we'll see how that goes a bit later on. Burger night is tonight, and it's at the wool shed, and you see there's the crowd are gathering already. Probably doesn't start for another hour, but yeah, they're getting ready. The crowds are gathering, and the fire's on. I guess they're going to swing that big plate over the fire soon. I'll just sneak in for a bit of a closer look here, if they'll let me in. Alright, so there's the fire pit. And they're getting ready with that hot plate there. They're going to swing that over and start cooking some burger patties. We're on our way to the burger night. Holy dolly, there's a lot of people here. Ha! And there's a nice sunset to go with it. How's that? Oh, standing room only here. They said bring a chair and a plate. Well, we have. Check that out. And Phil In is playing tonight at the burger night at Bullara Station.
From Mr. George Ezra.
Cheers, thank you. Yeah, that one, no, that one, thanks.
Alright, that one?
That one.
Oh,
yeah, go on.
Get on there.
Get on there, big time. Cheers, mate, thank you. No, I'm good, thank you. Woo. So we're about to go on the tin can walk. I think it's a 2.5k walk trail, and we, as the name suggests, you follow the tin cans on the posts, and we'll go for a bit of a stroll around here through the bush. So you can't get lost on this tin can walk, because every 15-20 metres there's an old rusty tin can on a post or hanging off a tree branch, and all various shapes and sizes of old tins. Yeah, quite a pleasant walk. I'd say these are nests, bird nests of some sort, up in the trees here. This one looks like it's fallen apart. Might be an old nest. Okay, we can do the windmill walk or we can do the homestead. Not quite sure. Looks like we might have turned left. Alright, we might be doing the windmill walk as well. Well, we're here for coffee and scones. Okay, this is the Cafe Gardens. Here we are. I guess the order's around here somewhere. Oh, here's the order. Nice spot for a coffee and a cake. I've got the scone. So we're here for the scones and the coffee, and looking forward to them coming out soon. So, scones, jam and cream and a hot chockey. Can't do better than that. Okay, the camp kitchen is also the location where they have damper tasting, and that damper tasting is on tonight actually. As you can see, we've got a whole range of utensils, fridge, kettle, stove. Over here there's an AED, which is an automated external defibrillator. Hope you never need it, but if you do, there's one here. That's a scary looking trap. Wouldn't want to get caught in one of those. And an interesting point too is that we're about 20, I think they said 20 k's from the southern part of Exmouth Gulf. If I just zoom you into this map here, Bullara Station is here, and we take this track out here, we'll end up at the bottom of the Exmouth Gulf, and it's about a 20k four-wheel drive track. There's even a boat ramp, and you need to put your name in the book before we go so everyone knows that you've gone there and you come back and we're going to do that this afternoon. So yeah, that's the camp kitchen, just another one of the amenities that are available here at Bullara Station Stay. At the back of the wool shed there's another ablution block, and there's also a laundry, and the laundry's got washing machines, dryers, no, it has washing machines and clotheslines out the back. And there's also a kids swings and tower to climb up on. So there's a heap of things for people to do when they bring their kids. So we're going to head out to the bottom of Exmouth Gulf. So it's just back out here, back along the road we went in, onto Burkitt, and we're going to turn right up a dirt track. So the 800 metres, we turned off that Burkitt road, we come to a gate, and this is the track we're going to take to the bottom of Exmouth Gulf. Oh shit!
Is he coming?
Hey, looky.
What?
The sign says do not drive on tidal flats. I've just been out there and had a quick look, and you're sinking in your shoes, so you'd be silly to drive out there, that's for sure. Well, we've arrived at the end of the Gulf track, and we're now nowhere else to go. I'm not quite sure where the boat ramp is, but you can see here these tidal flats with the mangroves, and in the distance is the actual Gulf and the island out there called Dual Island. So we're just going to take a bit of a walk down here and check out the water, and we'll take a fishing rod and we go for a bit of a walk, flick a lure or something through here, and right, second cast, and I've actually jagged this little shovel nose in the tail, so going to very delicately here grab hold of him if I can. Shouldn't bite me. Try and get me hook back. Put this little guy back. He's not very big, but we might just put him back. Right, off you go. Go on. Well, Saturday afternoon here at Bullara, and they've got the damper tasting session on, and we've also got a musician as well, Ray Jones.
Look around, those days turned into weeks, the desert works that way.
And yeah, they're cooking damper at the front and they're bringing it around, and we've just brought a plate and some topping, and we get to sample their damper, so it'll be good to see how they make theirs. Right, so there's the damper being cut up, and we're having a tasting. It'll be really nice. And I'll show you where they've been cooking them. Yeah. Camp oven in the coals, a couple on the go already.
I'll plug a little bit of what we're doing.
Thank you.
Thanks very much. Well, it's another beautiful day here at Bullara, and sun's out, as you can see. We're just going to take a short trip back down the Northwest Coastal Highway to Coral Bay. Mentioned the other day on the road up, beautiful spot, lovely part of the world. So yeah, we're going to take a day trip down there. It's about 60 k's back down the highway, and show you around when we get there. We just arrived here at Coral Bay and we just drive down the main street. There's the caravan park. Yeah, this is chocker. That caravan park's full. Bill's is new. Yeah. The shopping arcade's still there. Wow. That's where we went for the, yeah, that's the snorkeling place. We went. Yeah. Oh, Coral Bay's got bigger. Oh, there's the fish cleaning station.
Down here's another one.
Yeah, there's another one here. Cleaning station's there. Yeah, the fish cleaning station there under that hut.
Pretty much all caravans rather than campers.
Yeah. And then you've got a Ningaloo Reef Resort, which is the chalets up there. Just do a pan around. This is Coral Bay. That's the main bay. That's a fishing sanctuary zone, so you can snorkel all the way through there. Obviously no fishing. Further north where Maud's Landing is you can, and further south you can fish as well. The breakwater out there is actually the reef, Ningaloo Reef. It extends from Exmouth all the way down past south of Coral Bay, and just in the distance you'll see where my finger is in there, the boat's moored out from the marina. We'll go to the marina and have a look. The turn off just on the edge of town here is to the marina, and there is a 24-hour servo out here now too. There was talk of one going in, and we'll just head out this way.
And we walked up the hill.
And that's the new marina they built here at Coral Bay a few years ago, and it's a bit of a drive down there, and you launch your boat, come back up, park in the top car park up here. I'm surprised there's not more boats up here, seeing as the number of people that are in Coral Bay. Oh, we just come out back onto the Manilia Exmouth Road and back north to Bullara station. And that completes our little day trip down to Coral Bay. Well, it's another beautiful day here at Bullara, and today we're going on a day trip up to Exmouth. So we're talking about 90 k's north, and there's been a lot of work in Exmouth lately with a new marina and other developments, so we'll have a look at that. If we get time, we're going to go up around the top of the lighthouse point, and then down the western side, and if we can get down to Yardie Creek, we're going to do that as well and check out a few spots along the way. Yeah, so we'll show you that as we go. Up here on the left is the RAAF Learmonth Air Force Base, which is about 40 k's south of Exmouth. The hills on the left is the Cape Range, and within that Cape Range there's a national park as well. Oh, they're just coming into Exmouth now, and we're seeing a whole range of resorts and caravan park facilities. Some houses. There's a marina on the other side of the road, which we'll have a look at later. Ningaloo Centre, aquarium. Auto Pro and tyres.
There's an Auto Pro.
Yes. And there's an art gallery on the other side of the road there. It's quite a big place, this.
Spread out, catering for vans.
Yes. So these places are probably pretty full as well, these caravan parks. I have heard that Exmouth's actually overflowing, but like Coral Bay is. Oh, have a whale shark. That's the former Harold Holt Communications Centre, which was originally a joint venture between Australia and the US, but I understand it's actually closed down now. This used to be the Lighthouse Caravan Park, but it's closed now. Apparently Andrew Forrest has bought the place. He's going to redo it. He's going to do it up as a resort style accommodation, and gets its name from the lighthouse up on the hill, which we'll go and have a look at. Well, here we are at the lighthouse, the northern tip of Exmouth, and pan around here and we can have a look out here. Oh, probably better off going the other side. Have a look around here. Surf break down there. There's where my finger is. There's a few guys down there in the water having a surf, and that's all part of the Ningaloo Reef. Oh, we've just arrived here at the Cape Range National Park Registration Centre, and it's the office is unmanned, so we need to just buy a ticket at the machine. We've left our National Park pass at home, so we're going to go in just on a day pass, $8 a vehicle for drivers with concession. We have a concession card holder, so yeah, so here's some of the distances. So in Cape Range National Park, these are registered campsites we can stay at. Yardie Creek's way down here at 46 k's, and there's a couple below that. And you can get across Yardie Creek at certain times during the year, so I don't think we'll be going across it today. Anyway, this is us getting a ticket. Alright, these are a desert pea, I think that's what they're called. Grow along the side of the road. In the park, a few kilometres in from the registration station, there's the Manilia Discovery Centre, so we'll go and have a look in here. Alright, let me just zoom in on this map here. There's Bullara Homestead, that's where we've come from. Come up this Exmouth Manilia Road, went past Learmont Air Force Base, the two canyons, up into Exmouth itself, around to the point where the lighthouse was, and now we've come down into the National Park, and we're right there at this Manilia Discovery Centre. Plan is to head further down, and down here is Yardie Creek. So that's our, and there's a little walk and a gorge up through here. That's where we're heading, planning to head very shortly. This little muddy here's obviously got a nest somewhere because he's getting a bit upset that we're all standing so close. And he's swooped us a few times, so I'm guessing he's got a nest somewhere. There you go. Alright, so we've made it to Yardie Creek at the bottom end of the drive down from Exmouth, and behind us is a picnic spot. We've just had lunch, and there's a parking area further back, and there's a walk trail up to the Yardie Creek Gorge. Well, we'll just walk down here and show you what Yardie Creek looks like. A sign here saying Yardie Ningaloo Road single lane access, 4-wheel drive only. The Yardie Creek can be landlocked via a sandbar, and at certain times of the year the sandbar can be quite wide, it can be exposed, it can be completely covered with water, and at the moment I think there's a few cars on the other side waiting to get across, and they're obviously looking at their options. It's quite narrow in one particular spot, and that's the ocean out there. And if I pan around to the left, you can see the start of Yardie Creek, and there's the gorge up there in the distance, and there's a walk trail up along the top of the ridge there where you can go for a walk, which we will do shortly. Okay, this is the gorge walk, so we're down here, and that Yardie crossing, as you can see in this aerial photo, there's obviously the big sandbar here, but currently I've just showed you it's flowing. That's the track that basically comes up and they cross. We're going to go up here and walk up the gorge here and have a look at the gorge. So we're just going to take this short walk up the Yardie Creek and see out there, and there's the river mouth with the water flowing across. There's a boat tours up the Yardie Creek. That's the little jetty where you catch the boat from, and across here you can see a bit of the gorge. You can hear that plane in the background. I think that's a fighter plane come out of Learmont, so apologies for the noise in the background. Well, we've come to the end of the Yardie Creek Walk Trail. We're now time to head back and be on the road back to Bullara. We're just coming up on the Exmouth Marina. Recently, a few years ago, was built on this site, and there's some fairly decent looking vessels here.
The size of them.
Right. That was your car park there.
Oh, that's the town beach.
That's the town beach over that rock wall, and this will be part of the marina, this whole breakwater here. Promise you won't drive off without me. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to stand in the door. Right, let's see what I can see up here. Aha! Must be weather. So that's your fishing boats there. This would be the in and out of the marina. I'll just pan around here and show you some of these fancy vessels that are in here. Well, that was our day trip to Exmouth and up around to Yardie Creek. It's now time to head back to Bullara station where we're staying. So we've got a rest day tomorrow and then we'll be leaving Wednesday morning. We've got lamb chops on the barbie and we've got spuds and carrot in the coals. Mrs. Rusty's going to claim that that fire was hers. It's going so well. We won't tell her. Shh, I'll just claim it as mine. After 5 nights here at Bullara Station Stay, it's time to hit the road. And it also concludes part 1 of our trip. We've still got a fair way to go, so I'm going to break this up into 2 parts because it's actually going to be quite long. So first of all, I'd like to thank you all for getting to the end of this video of part 1. I appreciate you being along with the trip. I hope you enjoyed what you've seen so far. If you liked the video, a thumbs up would be appreciated. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, the subscribe button's about here somewhere. So if you'd like to support the channel, you could buy me a coffee, it'd be much appreciated. There's a link in the description below. These videos do take a fair bit of time and money to create, and I enjoy creating them, and I hope you enjoy watching them as well. For the places that we've stayed at so far and the place we've visited, I'll put a link in the description below if you wanted to check those places out. We aren't sponsored by anybody. We've paid our own way, but it might be nice if you're looking for somewhere to come to have a look to check those places out. So stay tuned. Part 2 will be along very shortly, and we hope you can stick around and watch part 2 as well. So until next time, thanks for watching.